Okay, I'd like to welcome everybody here. My name's Justin Cunningham. I've got here Dennis Frank from Complex Technology Group. Look, the point of this presentation is to talk to you about our very new solution for sports clubs out there that are looking for an analytics in terms of watching what's going on the field and getting advanced information, and also safety monitoring. And we're going to explain what that means. We call the SIMS Sports Insight Monitoring System. So first off, I'm going to start with the mighty Dennis, and Dennis can tell you all about what he's doing. And I'm just going to start up our presentation so we can get going. So just one moment, and I'll make that happen. Right, so here we go. Okay, so as we said, Dennis is from Complex Technology Group. That's where we're from. And this is about the SIM system, or Sports Insights and Monitoring System. So first off, I'm going to introduce Dennis Frank, and you saw Dennis's lovely face before. You're now going to hear his voice. And so tell me, Dennis, tell me about Complex Technology Group and why you decided to create this magnificent system for sports clubs out there.
Our Complex Technology Group's been in business now for 14 years. I mean, we work complex security, and because of the vast technology services we do, we changed to Complex Technology Group. I developed this system after seeing my son get hit behind play during a senior football game. But then the coaching side of me kicked in, being a former coach and player. I thought this can actually be used more for analytics with the extra bonus of safety.
Sounds fantastic. So tell us a little bit more about the SIM system. So what is it? Is it a collection of cameras, or how does it work? Tell us about how it's set up and what it does for sports clubs. Okay.
We set up the cameras to put on light poles of the football grounds or the clubhouse, and the cameras and the light poles will wirelessly report back to the recording system, which is in the clubhouse. This will film the game, all games that are played, and when there's no games, it actually is protecting your oval as well at the same time, so it'll be 24/7 recording. The coaches can use it for analytics, so during the game, they can actually watch the live stream. Or when they get home, they can log in with their computers into the clubhouse's network and then view the game, and then actually can go back to the group on the Tuesday training and say, all right, here's the pointers of the last week's game.
So just so I understand, so what you're saying is that this is a video system that will help you to, let me just get that little message off our screen there. There we go. This is a video system that will help you watch the game. So all the stuff that's going on in the game.
Correct.
And all the players.
Correct.
And so my understanding is it's like a 360 view, isn't it?
Correct.
So you can both get footage of the attacking play, the defensive play, the positional play. So this will help both the players and the coaches.
Correct.
And as a byproduct of that, you're also able to monitor the entire field as well as the surrounding stands to make sure that everybody is being kept safe. Is that right?
That is correct.
Wow, that sounds amazing. So let's just carry on. And so why do you think that the SIM system is necessary for aspiring sports clubs? What are the benefits of getting this system?
Well, from a coaching perspective, the clubs need this because, one, you actually get recorded footage of your opposition's game plays. So you can review that and pull apart their game plan. So next time you do play them, you can absolutely just annihilate them on the field by having your game set plans to knocking their game plan out of the contest. Also, it's there for coaches so they can help aspiring young kids to become better players, better footballers. And also it helps the coach become a better coach too, because, they can see what was going on in the game day and they can learn something from it and say, okay, maybe I should have handled that move a bit better. And in the end of it also, you've got the safety. So if there is a hit behind play, you have captured it and, there will be consequences for that player.
So, okay, so what I'm hearing you saying is that even if it's junior clubs on the field that are playing, we can develop them quicker into more competitive teams. The players can get developed. The senior players are going to get a competitive advantage. And this also accelerates their development in terms of being able to go into the professional ranks. And also it means the junior coaches are also going to get this opportunity to accelerate a lot faster in terms of being able to progress in their chosen field. Is that right?
That is correct. And another benefit also is if you do have a aspiring player that looks like it might make the AFL ranks or get into the Knights or the Western Jets, those sort of teams, you've got video footage straight away there, so you can send it to these organisations and say, check this player out. They don't have to come to the ground.
Wow. So you can actually create like a show reel for each individual player.
Correct.
Wow, that's incredible. So you briefly mentioned at the start why you created this solution, but give us a bit more background about yourself as a player and a coach and a parent, and what drove you to create this.
Well, as a player at 16 years old back in the 80s, I got drafted by Fitzroy's under-19s to play football. I played in the Diamond Valley Footy League before that. And unfortunately, injuries cut me short from playing football, but I continued playing football right through until I was about 38.
Mm-hmm.
Then I became a coach and coached under 16s, under 17s, and then I coached senior football under 19s. I gave away the coaching, and then it was an unfortunate incident 2 years ago that, my son did get knocked out behind play, and sitting in hospital with him, I decided I've got to use my expertise to try to somehow stop this. But I don't want it to be just about that. That's when the coaching instinct in me kicked in, and I started developing it more for analytics.
Fantastic.
And for that extra benefit of security.
So as a CCTV specialist, someone who sets us up for a lot of very large businesses, you could clearly see that by using this solution that, you're going to keep the children safe. So that means that the parents are going to feel better about the club itself. That's also going to be a plus for the club, because clearly most parents want their children to be safe. And sometimes when you're playing, action sports like this, things can happen, but this is going to help with that sort of stuff. And also, clearly the kids themselves and the parents too, they want their kids to develop fast. And like you say, if there is a spark within them, you want to be able to spot that early and develop it. And and so also you saying that this footage can be edited up, so that you can custom make the video itself. So there's you can take little parts of it, or you can take the whole thing, and you can do what you want with it.
You're correct. If you've got a video editing software, you pull the footage off the recorder, and you can do whatever you want with it. You can create your own packages.
So you could theoretically take the last week's game, edit that up into a little show reel of 5 minutes, show the highlights and the lowlights to the team at practice. Wouldn't distract from the practice, but it's going to give them a lot of valuable insights to actually how they're performing on the field.
Correct.
Wow, that's amazing. So clearly the focus of what you're looking to do is to improve team performance and keeping the sport safe, which I think is a fantastic thing. I don't know, the world over, you see sports are becoming more and more popular with mums, and those are the ones where all the kids are starting to participate. So this is a big issue for all sports, making sure that children are safe, but also making sure that the kids themselves are getting their needs met. So I can totally see how this is a winner. So, okay, so we kind of covered this already, but let me just reframe this just so I'm exactly clear for all these clubs that are going to watch this video and think, well, is this for me? So what we're saying is this is going to help a lot of smaller clubs perform better in their games. The athletes themselves are going to see insights that would never have seen in the past to get better and grow. It's also going to help clearly the coaches see way more of the game than they would normally see, because you've only got two eyes, and so clearly you can't see 360. And so this gives them the ability to see all sorts of things that are happening on the field and get a greater assessment of who to pick, who not to pick, who needs development, and all those sorts of things. And again, for the parents that are concerned about children's safety with sport, this also gives them some recourse and gives them peace of mind. Is that right?
That's correct.
So in other words, if you're an aspiring club that perhaps wants to climb the ladder, this is the solution for you.
It is. And for senior, junior football and all, ball codes, sports.
Yeah. Okay, great. So my understanding of that is it increases player performance, it will increase coach performance, and it's also got a safety focus for parents. I think that's win-win-win all around. I can't see any reason why sports club wouldn't find that interesting. So we've kind of covered what it does. So let's just recap that again, just so everybody's really clear. You're going to have multiple cameras set up. You're going to have a 360 view of the game, which means any angle, any part of the field is going to be covered. It's going to give you both the benefit of being able to analyse players, opposition team strategy and performance as well. So if you're playing them again in the competition, the next time if you did get, say, beaten, or they've got some particular player, for example, that has a competitive advantage, you're going to know how to deal with them the next time. And also, because it's monitoring the full field, it gives you the benefit of safety.
Correct.
Amazing. So, okay, so clearly, I suppose the next step is, how do clubs find out if SIMS, the Sports Insights and Monitoring System, is right for their club? And I think we've got your contact details here, Dennis. Okay, so can anybody call you when they need to? So, yeah. Okay, so just so everybody knows, so the phone number there is 0400 223 100. So if you're having any problems with your video today or on this presentation, that number again, 0400 223 100. And the email is dennis@complextechnology.com.au. Well, that's fantastic, Dennis. Thanks so much for spreading some information about this. I'm just going to stop sharing the screen and see if we have any questions from anybody out there. But again, thanks so much for sharing this. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of sports clubs that are going to be ringing that phone number really quickly. Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, you can hear me?
Yes, we can. How are you?
I have a few questions, and actually that was a brilliant presentation, I might just say. It was very, very clear. But some of my questions, the first one is, how does the 360-degree view work? I get this 360-degree. I just don't really understand how that works.
All right, there'll be multiple cameras on the light poles. So you can have one camera on each light. Usually football grounds, as you know, would have 4 light poles. So we'd have a camera on each light pole, which gives you the view.
Okay, awesome. And so how much detail would I get of a player? Like the cameras are outside the ground. So if something's happening on the middle of the ground, how much detail could I expect to see, to get?
You get a lot of detail because they're 4 and 5 megapixel cameras with 4K recording. You can zoom right in. You'd get the numbers of the players quite easily.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, probably.
All right. And how long does the recording last? So if I want to look at a recording that went, it was like a week ago or 2 weeks ago, could I do that?
Yes, you can. We'll set the recorder to motion detection. So while there's no movement, there'll be no recording, which saves you on hard drive space. And each system comes with 12 terabyte of hard drives in it anyway. So it's ample recording time.
Okay. Excellent. And what if, as a coach or even a parent, if I wanted to view this from home, is that a possibility?
We're actually developing that. We're in talks with app creators. We want to create an app so the parent can log in and watch from home. The coach can, during game day, actually log in live into the recorder and view it live at the day, as long as, with the club, within the clubhouse. And if the coach was sick, say, by any chance, and he's at home crook, we have got facilities set up that he can watch a game live from home and instruct the assistant coach in any moves to make if need be.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, awesome. That's outstanding. So just got one last question. It's a problem that I've heard about. A lot of clubs that I know have a problem with drugs and violence outside the ground. Could it be used for that sort of thing?
It can. With the recorder that we've allowed to put in is 16 channels, which means you can hold up to 16 cameras. Our biggest package we got for the SIMS is 10. So it actually leaves you 6 cameras if you really want to put elsewhere to stop, any sort of stopping, drug deals going in car parks and that sort of stuff. And, you don't have to use a 10 camera package. We've got 4, 6 and 10 camera packages. So the less cameras you use for the footy, the more you can have on the footy field, on the car parks to stop that sort of behaviour.
Sounds awesome. Well, that's all the questions I have, guys. It's pretty much covered everything from my point of view.
Thank you.
Thanks very much. It was good to hear your questions because clearly everybody needs to think about their own clubs and what situation they're in, whether they've got to focus on safety or focus on sports performance or, like I say, and one of the benefits that we've uncovered from this is that with competitive sports, getting new members and retaining members is a very big deal. So there's a very definitive dollar reward from making sure that this stuff is in place. This is going to create a real incentive for members to come to clubs, and also a real incentive for parents to choose clubs. So we're very excited about what this is going to do for the sport going forward. And we're really looking forward to, we've already got a couple of clubs lined up already. And so we are looking to get that rolled out very quickly. And we think that we're going to actually be snowed under with demand very quickly from the amount of inquiries that we've already had. So if there is some people out there right now that think this is a fantastic idea and I really need to find out more about this, then please contact Dennis on the mobile number that we had before, or email him directly, and we can go from there. And again, we're going to, so just again, that email again was
dennis@complextechnology.com.au.
So that's Dennis at complextechnology.com.au. And your phone number again, Dennis?
0400 223 100.
Okay, so hopefully you got all that, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Really appreciate your time, and have a fantastic night. And again, thanks for those questions. They were absolutely invaluable. So this is Dennis Frank, and my name's Justin from Complex Technology Group. Have a fantastic night and take care. See ya.
Thank you. Bye.